Okay, so we now move to our special populations. So if I was to work with an asthma client, I'd be working with someone that obviously has an inflammatory disorder of the airways where it's extremely sensitive, and this can lead to recurring episodes where they've got coughing, wheezing, causes breathlessness and tightness of the chest. So obviously if I had a client with that, I would be wanting to make sure that they either had their Ventolin or any medication that they are needing to take that's been advised by their doctor. Also with the cardio workout for them, I feel that I would be looking at trying to make sure that they're only working to a 40 to 60% in the first initial stages, so I can gauge them and keep an eye on where their levels are at so that they're not over exceeding themselves. And I would be running with SLD or interval training so that they can peak a little bit and then come back down and allow their body to rest and reprieve and then get back to where they need to be. I would also ensure that I gave them an extended warm-up. So we'd start nice and gradual and gentle and then build them up over that 15-minute time. So that would help with their cardio and their respiratory system working together and less likely that they may have an attack. I'd also ensure that that where I was training them, I'd try to ensure that I could control the environment as much as possible so that they didn't have a cold fan or, let's say, a air conditioner on them. This would also help to ensure that they're not triggered by anything that may upset the airways. And I'd also suggest to them to have an extra extended cool down up to 10 minutes or more. Just to help with them getting everything back down to a normal level so that, once again, that they don't have that space where they can actually go and be triggered. Going on to hypertension. So for the next client, if they were to suffer with hypertension, it's a condition of the circulatory system, and it's basically high blood pressure. So with this, we're looking at a strength training for them. So with the strength training, the modifications that I would make for them would just to make sure that they're only working 2 to 3 days at maximum, and to ensure that they've got at least a day's rest in between. They should never be consecutive. They need to rest in between those. Also need to make sure that that they're working one set of 8 to 10 exercises. And then from there, it needs to be rhythmical and full range of motion. And they need to also make sure it's a moderate to slow, controlled movement right through, and emphasis on the eccentric phase. So, and while maintaining, most importantly, is that they make sure that their breathing is normal at all times, not holding their breath, etc. So all the strength training wouldn't need to be modified other than just ensuring that they ran in with those criteria just to help them with their condition. Moving on to the arthritis and resistance training. Basically, your arthritis is a condition that affects the musculoskeletal system, which includes all your joints, muscles, and where the bones meet. So it just causes stiffness, inflammation, and can be very painful for the client. So with these clients, it's always advisable that their warm-ups, I would differ the warm-up to what I'd done with my client, in the sense that I would be doing something that's much more smooth and flowing, something even just right down to just putting them on a bike for 10 to 15 minutes, but I would extend that warm-up once again for them so that the joints can start to get moving nice and slow and gradual with all their blood flow to help with everything so they get less pain, or no pain at all, we'd be hoping. So from there, with the actual exercises, the push-ups, depending on the degree of severity of the arthritis, rather than them being down on the ground, they could actually do the push-up on a wall or on a bench. So we could actually do it to a regression if need be. And once again, also with the squat, they could actually squat down onto a bench and then come back up if need be. And also the cool down needs to be an extended cool down as well, but it needs to be nice and flowing, and make sure that they've got no pain at all, and to ensure that they cool down properly all the way through. Other than that, that would be 2 to 3 reps would be the initial stages that I would go with the client, and then once I'd worked with them over a very gradual time, which would be months, I would slowly increase as they were doing okay, but it'd be very light weights, and 2 to 3 reps at a time.